wondering why you're here, who I am, why I'm doing this to you. So guess. If you guess right, I'll tell you. By the old gods and the new, I swear. You win the game. If you can figure out who I am and why I'm torturing you, and I win the game if you beg me to cut off your finger. You think I'm some sort of savage? If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. I win.
Welcome to this podcast.
Kevin Durant. What was that you said to Jay Williams? Let me remember. Hold on. Don't ever compare me to Giannis. Don't worry, bitch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right. Welcome back to the Same Shit, Different Day, the podcast.
Same shit, different day. What's going on, man?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Chilling, bro. Back for another fight week, kid.
Yeah, what is this, 27? Episode 27.
Episode
right?
27, yeah, man. Flowing through these shit. It's get kind of hard. Remember that number.
Shit is crazy. Shit is
right?
crazy.
Flying through these shits.
Yeah, well, we got a lot to cover today, so let's jump right into it. There's 30 of these fucking UFC Vegas events, so let's call it Makhachev versus Moises. But we'll get it started at the bottom there where we started with our picks. Rodolfo Vieira, man. Got that sub.
He got the sub. My man what is it? Stoltzfus?
Who the fuck is
Something
that
like
guy?
that. I don't know.
Let's call him Dustin. Yo, Dustin held his own in there for the majority of the fight, yo. I'll give him that. He held his own in there for the majority of the fight. And, okay, maybe we take a little bit away from Vieira for always letting people hang into these fights. But he fucked up when he gave him the back. You can't give your back to Vieira, bro. You can't do it.
Definitely not. But I see what you're saying. I get what you're going for there. I mean, Rodolfo Vieira, I think, has had some trouble with the gas tank in a few fights. And it just seemed like he was focused on that a little bit in the background of his mind, you know, like.
I mean, it kind of showed, no?
That's what I saw.
Right.
I think he could have got that a little earlier.
Yeah.
I think he should have taken care. I don't want to shit on him after getting a finish. You know what I'm saying? What could you do?
Right.
Yeah, he got it at the end, but it was more given to him almost. I hate to be a hater, but it's like he seemed like he wasn't really trying to step on the gas and gas himself out. I mean, a lot of people will say that getting tired in there is the worst fucking thing that could possibly happen to you. So
very true.
He has some demons there. He might have to, just work on that a little bit, but he was lucky enough, I'll say, to, secure it in when he was given. And fuck it, got a W, got a finish at the end of the day, right?
Definitely can't hate on the W, bro. But I mean, we're looking
back
forward. Yeah, he's back on track. But looking forward, he's got to learn how to put his foot on the gas tank, and go for it.
I agree, and while still maintaining a baseline to keep yourself fresh for the rest of the fight if it does go there. I understand that too, but I just think he was too drastic on the other side now and just reserving too much, and he could have fucked around and lost that fight had he not secured that in, or the third round went a little different,
100%.
So that was a close call, but I did get the point there. I had a decent week this week, kid.
I didn't even want to mention it, bro. You climbing right back in that ladder, bro.
I'm saying that, and we'll get to it. But the finals, with the way this card went, not a bad day. Not a bad day.
Oh, you right there.
Now you lucky. My underdog of the week didn't hit, and there's a little backstory to this. But your boy Street Fighter Gamrot looked like an assassin out there, kid.
Mr. Ali Kamor Savage. Shout out to Matt Serra.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you said he was gonna knock him out, but it's okay. Either way, he got the finish. It was lethal.
He took from your boys. He wasn't coming to play with his food.
Nah, and he probably could have knocked him out too. That's the other story, is like Jeremy Stevens, man. That's 6 in a row now for Jeremy Stevens.
Yikes!
Outside of the Jakar Close one, you know.
Outside of the joke. Nah, we're not doing this again. My man gets no props for nothing anymore, bro. And the fact that he came out and said, yo, he disappointed a lot of people. He can't wait to get back in there. Like, no, I don't want to see it, bro. I mean, I guess I'll take it if the odds ain't too crazy, but
you know what's so funny? It's funny, and I'm almost a little annoyed, right? Because I swear on my father's grave, on everything I love, coming into this podcast and thinking about, you know, obviously the writing's on the wall. He should probably be done. And I saw his initial tweet, as you said, where, you know, I can't wait to get back in there and prove who I really am. I frankly, I'm sorry to say, I think you've done enough proving of who you really are in the last 6 fights. And, you know, but don't get it twisted, though. I mean, Jeremy Stevens never been in a bad fight in his life. The guy's violent. He comes out to fight. I just think the game's passed him a little bit. But if I was going to be honest with you, I swear to God, I swear on my father's grave, man, this came across my mind. And then, funny enough, before we even got to recording, this dude actually sends out another tweet following up with exactly one of the suggestions I was going to make going into this week. So I'm going to kind of fire through a couple points here. I don't know if you saw, but Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz had a little back and forth. Nate tweets at him 185. Let's go. Dustin tweets back, I'll touch you up at any weight. I don't agree with that whole direction. I kind of want to nip that in the bud right here. I say, Dustin, you need to go get that belt.
For real? What's it like? What are you doing?
all this shit will be here. With the belt, it's even more money. Forget it. As the champ, you're gonna have to sign a new contract with the UFC, and then do what the fuck you want. You want your first 2 defenses against fucking Nate Diaz and then Conor when he comes back. Do what you want. You're the champ at that point. Right. And he's taking out a lot of guys on his way up. You know what I mean? So. But let's move on from that, right? So let's just say, with all that being said, Conor McGregor cannot match up with Nate Diaz at the time when he returns. Now, I know this is going to, there's just no winning with the cunts that are on the internet, so I don't give a fuck. I'm just giving my opinion. It'll look like, oh, you're going to serve him up like that. You're going to give him somebody on a 6-fight losing streak.
What you're about to say?
I'm dead serious, bro. Before, Jeremy Stevens ends up tweeting it like yesterday.
Is that what he said?
I actually agree with him. I think
he said Conor McGregor's name.
Yeah. Well, he
what
spelled
the fuck is wrong with that man?
He spelled it with 2 R's, 2 N's, like a fucking casual. But no, I agree with it. Hold on.
Why?
Now I know. In some sense, I think people would say, this is a McGregor fanboy who's trying to serve him up somebody real easy. But, Jeremy Stevens comes to fight, right?
No.
Neither one of these guys.
Wrong.
Nah, you're bugging. Replay the uppercut he hit Rafael Dos Anjos with back in the day. It's one of the most vicious things you ever seen in your life.
There's the right hand. Oh! He goes! Devastated! It is over! Take a look at...
We're talking about back in the day, bro.
I understand, but frankly, Conor's last win was back in the day too. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? So hold on.
But hold on though.
Hold on.
One thing I won't let you do is every Conor fight is a red panty fight. No matter what, I don't care how.
Okay, it could be Jeremy Stevens don't deserve one of those.
Fuck no, not after dropping to that fucking liver shake. Get the fuck out of here.
You still talking about the Jose Aldo fight?
Yes.
Get over it, bro. At the end of the day, this man has put his literal brain on the fucking platter for the UFC his whole career. He's never came boring. He deserves. That's another. That's no. You hit a file in my side. That's one of the points I was gonna make, which is frankly, it's like Donald Cerrone again. It's the Donald Cerrone shit. Seriously, it's Donald Cerrone again. A guy who's willing to scrap, gonna stand up with you. Conor don't like the takedowns. Jeremy don't like the takedowns. And come on. With the whole background of the who the fuck is that guy? Come on, it writes itself. And let's just be real. You want Conor to have a layup on the way in, but with the way shit,
that type of layup.
I'm sorry, with the way shit has looked lately, I'm the biggest Conor fan in the world. All right, but I'm gonna be honest here. The way shit has looked lately, I'm not just talking about getting taken down and shit like that, or submitted, or ankles shattering, or nothing like that. I'm talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov dropped you with an overhand right, and Dustin Poirier was putting a combo on you of which it looked like you could not get away from. It was like you was just being barraged for 30 seconds there. So at the end of the day, I think we almost leveling out there. And then Jeremy comes out and tweets yesterday, yo, it only makes sense. Me and Connor, let's do it.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on,
for him to even say his name is a fucking sham. All right.
Listen, at the end of the day,
it's a fucking sham.
Everybody wins if you match him with Connor. If not, you need to cut your losses and let him go.
Where are you putting that on a fight card?
Listen, did you see the numbers from the Dustin fight with Connor? 1.8, number 2 of all time. It does not matter. It does not matter. Do you know how much Khabib sold against Justin Gaethje? Do you know how much Khabib sold against Justin Gaethje just 2 fights after the Connor fight? Like 300,000. They sold 2.4 with Connor. If you put Connor up against a fucking mop and a pail across the fucking octagon, are you kidding me?
Bro, that's kidding nasty. Me? And for him to say his name is that's disgusting on his part.
Connor didn't say his name.
No. Jeremy Stevens to even utter Connor's name is like, you fucking peasant.
Oh, but I'm saying at the end of the day, Connor's on a tough streak right now. He needs somebody who's going to stand up with him. Because, even Nate, go back and look at those fights. Nate tries to take him down a lot in the second fight. He actually fights them off, which nobody talks about. I mean, Nate's not a fucking wrestler, but
right.
Whatever. He tries to take him down a bunch. And no, don't get it twisted. In the first fight, Connor shot. I get it. But it's like, still, if Nate gets you on the ground with all that size on you, it's going to be trouble.
Right.
Jeremy Stevens ain't doing nothing but trying to violently throw at you while putting his face on the platter. And I think it's a win-win for everybody. Jeremy gets his payday on his way out. He gets the name recognition from a big event. Shit, you know what, dude? You really want to blow the roof off the shit? Do the shit in like Dublin. And don't put it on pay-per-view then. I think that would be a little crazy because it's Conor McGregor and you need to sell them shits. But like, Dublin's got like that crazy time difference. So you can't, maybe you could sell enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. You can't do that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to play that one off. But yeah, I say it's dirty.
We've probably talked too much about Jeremy Stevens, but I would say if that's not the way to go, then it's probably time to end it. But don't get it twisted. You heard it here first. Mark my words. My man will be main eventing a bare knuckle FC card within 2 to 3 months. Watch. So all of y'all fucking warriors who's gonna be like, Jeremy Stevens needs to retire. Just know, just because the UFC cut him, don't mean he's gonna retire.
Word.
Watch him fucking main eventing a fucking bare knuckle FC card before 2021 is over. If the UFC cuts him, watch.
Nasty.
Let's get back to some good stuff. So the rest of the night kind of went well for me.
Yeah.
Meisha Cupcake Tate, kid, back.
I gotta apologize because I was sleeping.
Yo,
big time.
Marion Renault is 907 years old. She's been fighting for fucking 27 years. Nobody's ever finished her. Meisha Tate, after a 5-year layoff, comes in with a fucking 6-pack and fucking ground and pounds the shit out of her for a beautiful finish.
I thought the layoff was going to show in the cage. It didn't. She looked good. Yo, she left. She left, and you would have never guessed it because she set the bar in that fight, bro. And she showed that there was levels to this shit. After 5 years away, that's crazy.
Yo, this game is so nuts, man. And I think these last couple of weeks have such an indication of it, right? So back, 7 years ago, 7 in the 5 since Meisha left, but 7 years ago, I mean, Conor McGregor smokes Dustin Poirier in 90 seconds in the first round.
Yep.
Meisha Tate is getting armbarred by Ronda Rousey. She got armbarred by Ronda Rousey 3 times in her career, bro.
Yep.
3 times.
That was the kryptonite, yo.
And it's crazy to me because I swear to God, the Meisha Tate I watched fight just last Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, if they could only just convince Ronda, and Ronda's a puss, but like if they could convince her to just come back for that, I think Meisha would finally get her due and whip that ass. I don't know how you sell it because She subbed to her in Strikeforce and twice in the UFC.
Yeah.
But damn, man, I don't know. It's just so crazy, this game. So crazy. Look at how it's played out down the road where like now you see these rematches, right? Like Dustin looks 5 steps ahead of Conor. I don't know how. It's got to just be the layoff and not fighting consistently enough and focusing on boxing matches and fucking $40 million Lamborghini yachts and shit. Like, but
hot shit.
but back to the point at hand, Meisha Tate. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Marion, valiant effort, but it wasn't your night.
See, what I'm happy about in that sense is, and it just shows women are just more mature than men. That's, these women, they know. Like we talked about her getting cut last week. Yeah. That goes without saying. But I then found out a couple days after we recorded when she started doing interviews that win or lose, like this is it for her.
Yeah. And
even more so, I was like, oh, definitely Misha's winning. The surprise to me, I guess, was the finish. Not to be a dick, but I've said it before. Like a lot of women's fights go to decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like a lack of just like sheer power and strikes from certain women. Some have it. Valentina has it.
Right.
Jessica 3 Eyes could tell you all about that.
Damn.
But I don't know. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed with the finish. Marion Renault, jokes aside with the age, she is pretty old, and she has been fighting for a long time. She's got a respectable career, and she's never been finished.
All right.
That's a way to get a stamp. And I don't know. I mean, there's other talks about Holly Holm calling out Meisha and shit. But if I was reading the room correctly, as I mentioned last week, I think this goes right into after Amanda gets done with Juliana Pena. We could do it at 135 again with Meisha. Why give her anybody else and risk this? I mean, she came back looking like an assassin, but you might as well get her as fresh as possible to get that Amanda fight.
Very true.
She looked like she could put up a bit of a fight. I don't know. Amanda punched like a fucking animal, so we'll see. But
if you ain't here for the belt, then what the fuck you here for?
Oh, and she knows that. She wants that too. I think she was being humble to some extent where she don't want to be like, just give it to me. She knows she's been away for a while.
Right.
And all due respect again to Marion Renault, but like that ain't, it's not right. But the finish, I think, is what separates it. She had wrapped this up in a decision and didn't show that killer instinct in the 3rd round. Yeah. She had 2 kids since all of this. And was working at ONE FC as like an executive and definitely wasn't focused on the fight game.
Right.
But man, looks refreshed, looks great. Gets it done in the co-main event. Shout out to her, man.
Look like she never stopped, kid.
Definitely. Or maybe it looks like she did. I don't know. Maybe the wear and tear hurts. But that, see what I'm saying? Conor, he's losing like this and has diminished because of the inactivity. And then Meisha comes back after 5 years and just dominates. Dominic Cruz has come back from multiple years off, multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's just hard to be rich and hungry. Main event of the evening. I mean,
I tried to shoot my shot, but
I respect that. I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess Moises tried to shoot his shot too.
Well,
it ain't work, man.
A couple things stood out to me. Number one, right at the weigh-ins when they faced off, I was like, holy shit. Moises looked like he was a 135er and Islam was a fucking welterweight. I was like, yo, but like Islam looks like he's half the size of Khabib. So I don't even understand. I'm telling you, Khabib's like 230. I'm telling you. He must cut something ridiculous, bro. That's probably the last thing I could say as a hater. I just think it was easy work. It was commonplace. I don't know how much this type of situation though does for the UFC. Like if I could make that critique. I mean, people will say Khabib is a huge star. Well, I don't know. I think if you look at the numbers outside of the Conor fight, there's questions there about whether that's huge. I don't know, like UFC star,
right?
And superstar that transcends the brand. A little different. We've talked about that before. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stars in the UFC.
Yeah.
transcends the brand. Conor's one of one for sure. And then there's a few others creeping and making their way. And, you know, Jorge and Nate, even I think Izzy Adesanya. I just wonder if when a guy like this, like who's going to be Islam Makhachev's Conor McGregor then? Because the dominance is cool. Don't get it wrong. Like if you a fucking hardcore dude or like a grappling guy, or it's like a fucking chess game. It's crazy. You watching the moves, you seeing how he's dominating them and keeping them in position.
Yep.
And I've spoke about how like, yo, two dudes fairly at the same weight. I don't know how close these two dudes were at weight once the weight cut was done, but whatever. For them to just get dominated like that, that's emasculating. Anybody can get clicked on the chin. But who's this guy's Conor? Because he may run through the whole division. Yeah, he just looks like another Khabib. What does that do for the UFC? Because I just don't think that shit appeals to the general fan as well.
I think want to come along, man. The one thing I agree with the whole he's probably the Khabib type, you know, superstar. But one thing he does have going for him is he likes to talk. He likes to run his mouth. Somebody will come along.
Yeah, but see, Khabib, well, very humble. I get what you're saying there.
Khabib was super humble.
Yeah, but talked very well. I don't know if he even knew how well he was doing, because I think part of the foreign aspect of like the accent and the cold stare and shit and all the movies we watched as kids with Russians being bad guys, he just had the way of being like, send me location, and that shit just gets you excited as an American. You're like, oh my God, he fucking is gonna fucking bury you in the snow. Are you fucking kidding me? He's an assassin. That shit is exciting. And I think somebody was telling him like, yo, that shit works, because no, he doesn't do what Conor does, but he still had that cold, dark assassin shit talk that made you just think like, yo, I am kind of excited to see what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Makhachev, I don't know. I don't know. I like his call outs, you know, Michael Chandler. Sure. I mean, Dan Hooker called him out on Twitter and he completely was like, nah, I tried to fight you like a year ago. I don't know if that's really the case. I don't know. I don't think Michael Chandler wants to match up with Justin Gaethje, and I'm not sure if Justin Gaethje ever wants to fight again.
Yeah, we lost in the win.
I think he just wants every single person in the division to lose, and he hopes that eventually at some point they're just going to be like, hey, Justin, you could be the champ. Here you go. Get back in the fucking octagon, bro. It's talking shit, too. Like, I can't imagine, but
shit.
I don't know, man. Interesting. Islam sub, 4th round, easy work, dominated him. What are you going to do, man? The guy's coming. Let's see. I think he's going to have, don't get it twisted though, I think he's going to have some fucking, it's funny how like, if Charles Oliveira can remain champion through the Dustin Poirier fight, how him and Islam Makhachev are kind of like Khabib Tony 2.0.
That's a good point right there. Yeah.
We might actually get to see what that fight would look like through their fucking clones. I don't know. I don't know, but that wraps up the UFC Vegas 31 Makhachev versus Moises. 3-1, kid. That ain't a good look, yo.
Yeah, you have those weeks, man. I'm on a 2-week very bad losing streak.
Oh, shit. There's probably still a good amount of space between us, but all right, we got another one coming up, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As I went through looking at this shit, I said, damn, I don't want to have a fucking 2.5-hour episode, but there's a lot of fights on here.
Yo, bro, I feel like this card had 3 fights 2 weeks ago on this card, and now all of a sudden they got mad bangers.
Yeah, man, a lot of good. You know, I'm seeing names like Hannah Goldie's a good prospect coming up. Sajara Eubanks, it'll be interesting. She's always a G, 6-6, but she's fighting some undefeated prospect chick. Andre Ewell, your boy,
my guy. What's up, Andre?
Yeah, he's probably gonna get beat. But one fight I had to mention and I wanted to discuss on the prelims was Adrian Giannis, Randy Costa.
You know that one was going to be a banger.
We had to because I believe we discussed his fight with Gustavo Lopez, and he dominated as we thought he would. And I figured this would be like a good one for us to get started with. I think this is gonna be a scrap.
Both these bantamweights got power in their hands, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're feeling on it, but I think I'm gonna go with fucking Randy Costa, man.
Yeah.
He's put across some violence in his short career so far, you know.
He's got an impressive resume. I give him that impressive little resume.
Yeah, and don't get me twisted. Like I get what he's up against, but and Costa, I think, has bounced back 2 in a row since his first loss in his career. Yeah. And it was actually his UFC debut, and he got submitted. And I think he's bounced back well. He's got 2 fucking KOs in a row, and I'm going Randy Costa by KO.
There you go.
Let's get it.
I'll tell you this. Costa's got the height and reach, but Giannis got the grit and the heart, kid. I got Giannis by KO. Easy. Okay. One of these guys is going to sleep.
That's how I feel too. There's going to be some violence here.
Yeah.
Definitely some violence. I could definitely see that. But yeah, I mean that's one I want to tune into. That's one of my like not underdog necessarily.
Yeah,
actually,
I got you.
But like, it's like my underground fight of the week. I think that's one that could get fight of the night. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just keep it moving. I don't think so. Not yet. I consider it.
You could always go back.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take Randy Costa as my underdog of the week.
Okay.
I think Giannis, I'm impressed with the combo he threw to Gustavo Lopez to knock him out in that last fight. I think he looked crisp the whole fight, just looking lethal. But I don't know. I like this Randy Costa, man. I think he's bounced back well from that loss, and I think he's on a trajectory up. And, if Giannis has an elite submission game, I'd be a little more concerned. I think if they're going to bang, who knows? Let's see. As we roll along the card, there's, shout out to more fights on the prelims. I'm seeing names like Ian Heinisch. We talked about that, right? He's the co-main of the prelims now. Whatever. I'm just saying, I said it. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
But don't get it twisted. I think there's a lot of great fights on here. The main card gets kicked off with Mickey Gall and Jordan Williams.
Jordan Williams is that dude from Dana White's Contender Series, no?
Yeah, I believe so.
Tough thing, one of them joints, yo. I think it's the Contender Series because he went out, he lost or something, and then Dana brought him back. He caught a knockout on it. Then he got signed to a little contract. I think this is his second fight.
Yeah, what he wants to do is he wants to not fight guys with the "ov" at the end of their name,
Gotcha.
Because on the Contender Series, he caught that split decision loss against Kurmagomedov, and then he got the knockout, signed to the UFC, and then lost to Imavov by decision.
Yeah. Yep. True. He avoids the O's. He might be all right, but I mean, let's call Mickey Gall off because he's about to take his fucking head off too. I don't know what Dana's fucking obsession with this Williams guy is, but he likes him. I don't see it. I feel like this is one of those fights where Dana's trying to propel a name up into the rankings.
I think you could say the same thing about Mickey Gall.
Who's this guy? Who's this Williams guy? You should be using that.
Well, who's this Mickey Gall guy?
Mickey Gall's been here forever. He just hasn't done shit for himself.
Mickey Gall is 6-3, and one of them shits is against CM Punk. The other one before the CM Punk fight, it was against that fucking next idiot who beat up CM Punk, who was just as terrible. That means my man is legitimately like 4-3. Listen, I was on the Mickey Gall train. We Coco Diaz fans, right? And he from Jersey. Mickey Gall's a local guy. We from New York. He's a Jersey guy. Hey, Mickey, you're so fun. I love the whole gimmick. I was like, damn, yo, my man, I could get behind this guy. Right. He wiped the floor with CM Punk. I don't know if those 2 fights should be considered professional wins, but that's where he started his career. Since then, I mean, I respect the grind he's got with Joe Schilling, which, you know, we know Joe Schilling could throw strikes, right? He got with Joe Schilling, and they've been working on the stand-up. But I'm sorry, man. The last couple of shits I see, I know Jordan Williams hasn't fucking been crazy either.
Yeah.
And I know if this gets to the ground, it could be a big problem. The thing is, I think Mickey Gall is starting to get a little confident based on his pad sessions. You know what I'm saying? And everybody looks like Mike Tyson on the pads. Them shits snap. Yep. I used to be in the gym back in the day, and you hear shit snapping. And I'm talking, you look over and you're like, that's who's snapping the pads? Oh, okay. Them shits snap. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be a little too confident, and if he doesn't get it down there, I've seen him just get beat up, yo.
Very true.
Mike Perry, friend of the show, beat the shit out of him.
Yes, friend of the show, Mike Perry. That's true. What are you?
Where was the submission there?
I'm not jumping off the Mickey Gall train. Not yet.
I don't even know if there's a Mickey Gall train, my man. I think this shit might be like a ferry, like a. This shit might be like the shit that goes around Disneyland. You gotta just hop on. This shit goes 6 miles an hour. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, think about this. Mickey Gall right now, to this point, the significance of Mickey Gall's career is being the one who Diego Sanchez was actually able to beat the shit out of. Bad enough that he was convinced to hire Joshua Fabia to be his new fucking guru and coach. Okay.
Got it.
So I'm just not feeling it. I think this is it. I'm going to be real with you. I thought it had already happened. I had no idea Mickey Gall was still signed to the roster.
Damn.
I mean, it's been a little while. With his last fight, Perry was okay, June 2020. Yeah. It's been a little over a year. I feel like it's been even longer than that.
Right.
I mean, before that, his last one before that was fucking August 2019. So since August 2019, he's been in there twice.
Yeah.
A boring unanimous decision win against fucking Salami Tuhari or whoever the fuck that is. And then getting his ass beat by Mike Perry. Like, we've already know that, frankly, friend of the show and all that, but Mike Perry is, you know, he's proven to be who he's going to be already too, man. And that was a beating. That was a beating. I don't know. Is that your underdog of the week?
Absolutely not. You got Williams?
Absolutely not. Oh, hell yeah. By KO.
Oh, damn.
By KO. Nah, somebody catching Mickey Gall spit flying from the octagon in the first round, bro. Straight up. Dana White gonna be like, that's why I like Jordan Williams. Speaking of hype trains, this one's a tough one for me. It really is. Macy Barber and Miranda Maverick. Macy Barber was the ultimate prospect, right?
That was your girl.
All right, relax. I don't know if that was my girl, but
that was your girl. You did high praises back in the day, no?
Yes, high praises back in the day, but I definitely had Alexa Grasso to whip that ass after the Roxanne Modafferi fight.
You better pick whoever fights her after the Roxanne Modafferi fight.
But she did. She tore her shit in that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's like, what the fuck? That's like saying you better pick whoever plays Kevin Durant in the finals next time because of what happened against Toronto.
Roxanne tore her shit.
No, she didn't. Roxanne ain't never tore nothing but a fucking Dragon Ball Z costume open. Fuck out of here, Roxanne. Alexa Grasso's an assassin, though. Quiet little assassin. Don't look like she even speak and shit, but then just rip your fucking neck off.
So what you're saying is Miranda Maverick's not?
Definitely not.
Whoa, okay.
Definitely not. I mean, Miranda Maverick's good.
She's about to make a little name for herself.
For sure. I can see what you're saying. She on a run, you know, she's done well.
A nice little run, and it's definitely not going to be stopped here.
Yeah.
Definitive submission, round 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not seeing that.
She's got to make a little name. She got to put a stamp on something, man.
You know, I don't know. When you look into this chick, right? Don't get it twisted. Right off the top, it looks like, oh shit, Miranda Maverick, 7 fights in a row. I could poke some holes through that record of who that was.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're talking about some fucking OnlyFans girls and some, she's had some losses back in the day in Invicta.
Wow.
I think Macy Barber and her whole career right now are on the chopping block. She's gone down 2 in a row, 2 bad ones. They don't look good. And frankly, I'm sorry to say it, but when you come in with so much hype, so high, already highly regarded in the game, if the fall off happens like this, sometimes it's real hard and harsh. If Macy Barber don't get this one done, I don't know if they're gonna bring her back for a little bit. She might have to go to the independent scene, go to Invicta or something, and get a couple W's before she come back.
Yeah, I agree.
So with that being said, one thing I do know is the UFC for sure sees some marketability out of her. They want her to get some W's. They fucked up a little bit when they gave her Grasso, but I think this, when I look at it, I see, ooh, this chick's on a 7-fight streak. We could almost maybe get Macy back to where she was off the platform, or just like if she gets this W in decisive fashion.
Yeah.
I'm going Macy Barber by decision, but a pretty good decision, 30-27, ends that win streak.
Wow.
Gets back on. Macy Barber propels off of there. Pearl Gonzalez, like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here?
All right. I give it to you. Don't disrespect the woman.
Gillian Robertson, she's all right, but she's like a journeyman.
Okay.
She's a journeywoman at this. She's just got some dangerous submission game, but
Shorty lost to Roxanne Modafferi. I don't care what.
She tore her fucking ACL.
Fuck that.
That doesn't fucking matter. That's
Roxanne tore that shit.
Roxanne didn't tear shit. All right. I don't know how to explain this to you, but she didn't tear shit. Oh my God, yo. Good. Further down the card, once again, I give a shout out to a fight. Darren Elkins and Derek Minner. That's gonna be a scrap.
That will be a scrap. Yes, sir.
Darren Elkins got damage tattooed on his chest. The word. No, I'm serious. He's got the word damage tattooed on his chest, and that's all my man does. He blocks punches with his forehead, and he throws. So expect to see some fireworks there. We got another matchup, fairly unknown guys, not the biggest names. Kyler Phillips and Raulian Paiva. We didn't pick this one, but a lot of lightweight guys on this card. It's like the showcase for 135 to 145.
Telling you, bro, they throw mad fights on here very last minute. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there are some names here. If you watch the sport, you know what I'm saying? I definitely see some opportunities here for some great fights. Let's get to the co-main event of the evening. Aspen Ladd coming back off her, she KO'd Yana Kunitskaya in her last fight, coming back off her first loss, which was questionable. I mean, Jermaine Durandame obviously could strike, but I don't know if you remember this. It was like 16 seconds in the first round. She hit her and stunned her. And this was don't quote me on it, but just based on it was. Yeah, well, it was Herb Dean. You know how he does. You know what I'm saying? So he hopped in there a little early as far as I'm concerned, because Aspen Ladd's a great grappler. So when a grappler takes a strike like that, unless they're flatline, sometimes you got to give them the opportunity to let that striker and their adrenaline jump down on top of that grappler and give the grappler the chance to put it away.
Right.
But that being said, what matters more to me is the bounce back.
Yeah.
Now, she's had 2 cancellations in a row, though. It's been a long time.
COVID fucked up.
Yeah, December 2019 is the last time Aspen Ladd fought. But Macy Chiasson, not superly impressed. Not super impressed.
Oh my God, what do you got to do for this guy over here?
No, I think Aspen Ladd is the prospect here, and I think she's the one, and I'm taking her by decision. Okay. And I know it's been a long time, so there may be some rust, but I think without a doubt, like I throw away the Jermaine Durandame the knockout, because Herb Dean has been in his fucking head for years now. I'm done with it. Fuck that.
Yeah, okay.
To me, it looks like Aspen Ladd was dominating chicks up until that point. I mean, you're talking Sajara Eubanks, Lena Landsberg, Tanya Evinger. These are Tanya Evinger fought Cyborg for a belt. Sajara Eubanks again in the UFC. First one was Invicta. Yana Kudskaya by KO. And I'm talking she finished all these chicks. You know what? Fuck that. Aspen Ladd by TKO.
Oh, wow.
That's right. She gonna punch G.I. Jane in the side of the head, and you're gonna see what's up.
Damn, son. Well, okay. I got Macy, underdog of the week, by decision, 30-27, easy work. Aspen Ladd's been out the game for a little bit. Easy work, yeah, easy work, bro.
Man, I can't wait.
She gonna show that cage dress, man.
Okay, that may be the case, but easy work. We'll see.
Easy work, 30-27.
I don't even know what easy work from Meisha Tate looks like. I don't even know what that looks like.
She'll give it up this weekend.
Yo, the main event of the evening is a fucking banger, bro.
They canceled this one, and I'm glad they put it back a couple weeks after because I wanted to see this fight.
Yeah, and as good as this card looks top to bottom, as I mentioned many times tonight, if this wasn't on there, it would take a whole different look.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? But it is on there. Let's, knock on wood, everything goes well.
Word.
We got Corey Sandhagen taking on the returning after a 2-year suspension from butt juice.
Butt juice.
TJ Dillashaw.
Oh my goodness. So I'm just curious, like, how much you hate this guy? He's back now. We could talk about it now.
He's a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, as far as I'm concerned, I swear to God, listen, I'm not a fucking prude to anything. You already know that. I don't give a fuck if you do steroids, if you're like The Rock and you're an actor. I frankly think steroids in baseball should be legal.
Right.
You should be allowed to make that choice. You're a fucking adult.
Yeah. You're
not smoking crack, which could lead to fucking crime. You get what I'm saying?
And there's some that do.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, hardcore drugs, you can't just say, even those, I feel like if you're an adult, you should be allowed to do if you want. Who cares? But the reason they always try to combat that is it could lead to other crimes to get it because of the fiend of needing it, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. But steroids is not going to fiend you to need anything. If you could be younger and fucking more athletic and get your youth back and be in great shape, and don't get it twisted, the biggest misconception about steroids is that you don't have to work hard if you take it. Bullshit. All steroids do is let you work 5 times as hard as a normal human, but the work still must be put in. Do not get it twisted. You could take steroids every day and you sit at home and eat Taco Bell and you would just get fat and you kill your liver. It won't do nothing for you. You're not getting muscles. All it does is it prolongs your ability to be strong, your stamina, your focus, all of that's what it helps. So if you want to do all that shit, do it. If it's baseball, who cares?
My man is a great advocate for steroids. PSA, don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do heroin. But if you ain't going to be a fighter and you want to take a little juice, it's okay. It's no big deal.
You hear that, TJ? Did you hear that first part?
No.
If you don't want to be a fighter.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That shit should be like fucking assault.
Yeah, jail time, bro.
All right, relax. It's always got to go to there, but like,
come on, man.
I'm saying honestly, if it's not some shit you can, and I mean, there's still always going to be ways around it, and there's going to be John Jones dick pills and all that shit that you're going to hear, but it's like, I'm sorry, in TJ Dillashaw's case, I mean, this is dead to rights. Yeah. EPO is administered one way. You ain't going to get some Mexican steaks like Canelo told you that time. You ain't going to get it from the gas station dick pill like John Jones told you that time. EPO is administered in one way. There's no supplement you could send in and say, I don't know, I think in the factory they may be producing EPO and that's, mixed contamination. No, EPO is injected into your ass.
Okay.
That's it. It's the only way. There's no way around it. There's no dancing. It is a injectable steroid into your ass that allows you to essentially work like a superhuman. You become
Yeah.
Captain America. Now he's claiming it's because he was cutting down to 125. That makes sense. It does fall in line. He needed to just do endless amounts of cardio to cut that much weight.
Right.
But it's bitch shit. And in this case, I think you should never fight again. I think this is a privilege and you've lost it. That's what I think. I think you're a bitch ass and you couldn't face it yourself. You still got knocked the fuck out, even with the shit in your system. And I believe that shit was in your system ever since you've made your surgeons. Everybody always tried to equate it to Dwayne Ludwig, who was nothing beyond a punching bag in his career anyway. Maybe he is a better coach than he was a fighter. I give him that. But TJ was getting knocked out back on The Ultimate Fighter. Looked like a little dweeb.
Wait, what?
Gross. You nasty.
Shit.
And then all of a sudden came out of nowhere, Jack Diesel with the crazy cardio. But once you get caught like this, bro, you dead to rights. You finished. I'm sorry. And I think I get the loss to Aljamain Sterling. And frankly, with everything that's transpired, it's shocking, actually, that it actually happened that way. But Corey Sandhagen's on a mission.
It's very true.
These are former training partners. There's a documentation of TJ Dillashaw before Corey Sandhagen really had made it big, talking about I get beat up in training every day. You know, when I leave and I say, like, I'm supposed to be the champion of the world, but like my teammate Corey Sandhagen's beating the shit out of me. There's documentation of it. Don't always mean that.
Right.
I think Cody knocked his ass out in training too, but got knocked out twice in the real ones with the EPO. But that's the biggest difference right here. You talk about layoffs.
Yeah.
You was all over Meisha Tate's layoff last week. You were all over Aspen Ladd's layoff this week. But why are we not all over TJ Dillashaw's layoff?
Okay. All right. The obvious storyline, of course, would be, yo, I want to see this fucking cheater get his head knocked off.
Oh, yeah.
Now, while I would love to see that, and who better of an opponent to do it than Corey Sandhagen, right? Yep. But yo, agreed. What if in these 2 years, all right, what if the team found some sauce that's even more undetectable this time?
That's probably what they were doing.
Okay. What if my man's like, yo, like, I'm just trying to go get this bag real quick shot to the top, 2-3 fights. If I don't get caught, let's shoot me up in the butt one more time, baby. Let's go. One more run. What are they going to do? Ban me for life?
They should. They better.
Of course they would, but fuck it. Let's go. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going, yo, I would love to see him get his face beat in for cheating. I'm taking TJ with a little bit of butt juice. I give TJ the decision. I say it gets reversed 2 weeks after the fight when his piss sample comes back. But for Saturday night, I'll take TJ by decision. He's coming in looking jacked, bro.
Yo, if that is valid, I'll give you an extra 3 points on your victory. All right? Extra 3 points. How about this? I think even if his team has found some new amazing butt juice that is even less detectable, I think Corey Sandhagen's on a mission. And as you can see, I'm pretty well versed in what steroids do for you. What I can tell you they don't do for you is that chinny chin chin.
Right.
And even in the Cody first fight, he rocked him bad in that first round. And I've seen then Henry Cejudo rocked him real bad before finishing him. Yo, that shit don't help your chin, bro. Nothing you could do with that. And Corey Sandhagen's on a mission. Yeah. My man is laying bodies. He bounced back to the best I've ever seen somebody bounce back. We talking about getting sliced and diced by Aljo. Okay. How about you come back and wheel kick Marlon Moraes and fucking flying knee fucking Frankie Edgar? Let's see it. What I think is this is how much I'm predicting it. I'm thinking exchange in the pocket. Corey Sandhagen lands either some sort of spinning hand strike, either a punch or an elbow, that rocks TJ to the ground, of which Sandhagen jumps on him and takes that rear naked choke. And while we watch blood drip down from TJ's face, he gets fucking choked out up against the fence. Corey Sandhagen. Second round, rear naked choke. And I think it might be time to put that man in some title fight conversations after that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get to that. I can't speak on that yet, but we'll see.
How about Aljamain Sterling having P3 protein commercials talking about being the bantamweight champion of the world over the weekend? How you feel about that?
Whoa, I didn't see those.
Yo, I can't anymore.
What the fuck? See, man, I gotta go check this shit out.
I can't.
Wow, dirty man.
I can't do it no more. I can't. It's like, yo, I can't.
Oh shit!
You ain't doing bantamweight champion. I'm talking, one of them Modelo shits. Like, do you know what makes Aljamain Sterling the most determined bantamweight in the world, and what led him to become the champion? P3 protein packs. Like, you better shut the fuck up. A fucking miscommunication and translation of the rules from American to Russian is what got Aljamain Sterling the fucking championship of the world. So stop it.
Damn,
see what I'm saying?
Get that bag.
I can't fuck with it, bro, because you know what bothers me? And I've defended him about the strike.
Yeah.
But
right.
Stop flaunting it around. And what bothers me, I think, more than anything, even forget flaunting it. Even if, let's say, Aljo was dominating that fight, and then the knee happened, and you said, you know what? Fuck you. I was beating your ass. What happened was you landed an illegal strike that fucked my momentum up. That wasn't even the case. He was getting his ass whipped. But let's even go deeper than that. This man was sambo tossing you around the ring in your discipline of wrestling, bro. You should shut up until we see you again. Come on, dude. I love Aljo, man. And I think a slight adjustment could change this fight.
Yeah.
But this shit now is making me go back the other way.
Right.
You got to remember all this. He thinks he's playing games. Bro, you dealing with a Russian dude. They don't even understand what you're saying, and they don't play games. They don't bother to hear the translation because it's number one bullshit. It means nothing. They don't care, yo. You could parade around all you want. That shit ain't gonna do nothing to Peter Yan's psyche.
It's true.
You learn that from what Conor and Khabib. Okay, this man was posting pictures on Instagram of women with towels over their heads, talking about this is Khabib's wife.
Yep.
It did not deter him for a second, besides for making the ground and pound just a little bit more vicious. This is not the game to play. Tuck that shit away. Be a man about it. You can call yourself the champion. I don't give a fuck. You are the champion. He threw an illegal strike.
Yeah.
I think it should be vacant, but whatever. But come on, bro. Don't do P3 commercials where you eating nasty fucking breadsticks and turkey balls. That's what made you the bantamweight champion. You got to stop that shit, bro.
Oh, shit, yo.
Before we get out of here, let's talk about a real champion. See, I ain't just go 3-1 on the picks this week with a nice little 2-point advantage. I think I got an extra 5 out of something.
So I finished up last night, huh?
Something. I'm actually glad. And I was like, yo, I wonder if going into this, we're going to have to talk about game 7. Because you know what I was going to do. You know what I was going to do. I was going to ask you to double down.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
I was going to ask you to double down. We was going to make it 10. But we ain't get there. After the Suns take a 2-0 lead, the Milwaukee Bucks come back to win 4 straight games and win Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and the boys their first championship.
It should have been the Nets.
Please, Kevin Durant can't even beat. Kevin Durant is losing. Who thought that while the chip was being crowned, that Kevin Durant would be losing games to Argentina, bro? Come on. Who thought? Me. That's who thought. That's who the fuck thought. Because what I tell you a couple weeks ago, what I tell you, this is the episode prior to the Conor Dustin one. I think this is 24. We made predictions. It was the conference finals were going on. The Suns had just went up 1-0 on the Clippers. And the Hawks and Bucks were about to start that night, and we decided to make picks for who was going to get there and who was going to win it.
Yeah.
You had the Suns, valiant effort. I thought at one point you was a lock for it. I thought I was screwed. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But I'm just happy to say that exactly what I called for when we had that conversation. Yo, Giannis, nobody can guard you. Nobody.
It showed.
DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder. I didn't want to hear it. Nobody could guard you. Giannis is today's Shaq. He might not be 330 pounds and dominant in that necessarily way, but he is, man. Like LeBron could be the best player in the league. Kevin Durant might be the most talented scorer, but Giannis is the most dominant player in the NBA.
Yeah.
When you 7 feet tall with a fucking 8-foot wingspan and you are solid, like, yo, don't get it twisted. What has paid off in his hard work the last 2 years has been his weight up.
Yeah.
My man was super skinny back in the day.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he got his weight up. Like he is there now. Word. And no, he's not Shaq weight up.
Say it. Nah, say it though. He's thick, bro.
Gay!
You know? I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. But
I said it for you, bro. Yeah.
No, you said it for you. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I just think in today's day and age when, yeah, okay, he's not Shaq, but Shaq also had to play against David Robinson and Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon and fucking all these other big dudes. I think today you ain't got nobody like that. So
Very
just
true.
I said Joel Embiid and Giannis. Which one of y'all? Because I didn't even everybody swore the Nets, and they'll make excuses for days about injuries. But yo, if Kyrie's gonna be hurt every single playoffs, then you can no longer say that's the reason you're not making it because you had to expect it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And James Harden, he's non-existent. So do whatever you want to do, but let's just see what happens. But at the end of the day, there was 2 players I felt wasn't even gonna lose to the Nets either. Y'all didn't have to, because as great as they are, there is nobody. You could only have one basketball each time you come down. And there is nobody who could guard Giannis. There is nobody who could guard Joel Embiid. Nobody. Dominate. Put it on them. Drop a 50 piece. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Drop the 50 piece, and yo, this was the main thing that I saw last night. Okay. Weeks of the whole countdown while he was at the free throw line, bro. My man went 17 for 19.
You know what Shaq said back in the day? I mean, everybody who could talk questioned Shaq and his free throws.
Yeah.
But what Shaq always stuck true to was, I make them shits when it counts.
Yeah.
Giannis did that better than Shaq ever even did. 17 and 19. Chris Paul had that slick shit to say a couple nights ago. Yo, how we not rebounding on these? Everybody's anticipating a miss. Hell, he's anticipating a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, to drop a 50 piece on you and go 17 and 19, bro, come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Mad props to him. Mad props to Milwaukee as a whole, yo. PJ Tucker's got a ring, yo. Antetokounmpo's got a ring. Middleton's got a ring. Drew Holiday, who I've been shitting on, has got a ring.
Drew Holiday with the play. Olympics. Okay, Drew Holiday with the play of the finals. The strip at the end of that game, and the lob to Giannis for the game, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't the MVP of the finals,
right?
I think that was definitely Giannis. And after the 50 piece, there was no denying it. I think Chris Middleton had a bit of a little case, but at the end of the day, what it really came down to was he just needed Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday's contributions to be what they were.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest difference of the last couple of games because Giannis been dominating since he came back. Yeah. And I told you back in game 2, I said, yo, Giannis put on the game. And this makes me nervous in a way because I don't know which way it's going to go from here because he put on his absolute best game and they still couldn't win. But I told you then, I said, yo, game 3, though, I like him. I think he comes back and dominates tonight. And all he needs is Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton to give him their little contributions. That's like a nice little 18 to 22 from Chris Middleton. Drew Holiday could score 6 points, make like 2-3 defensive plays, get some nice assists. That's what he needs from you. Because at the end of the day, he's 7 feet tall. He about 270. He come flying down the lane. He hits you with a spin move, and his arm is in the fucking hoop already. There's no denying the dunk. He's dominant.
It's true.
No stopping him. Yo, shout out to him. Yo, 26 years old. He's a motherfucking legend.
Yeah.
2 MVPs, a finals MVP, a championship, and everybody gonna act like they wasn't fucking anointing Chris Paul. When I tell y'all, stop motherfucking anointing people until you see the 3 zeros on the clock.
Yeah.
That's fighting. That's basketball, baseball, football, cricket. I don't give a fuck. Until you see 3 zeros, stop anointing people. Because look what happened. And best believe, call it here now. Chris Paul signing with the Lakers.
Oh, shit.
He out of Phoenix. All due respect to Phoenix, you can see right through it, yo. DeAndre Ayton's going to be a problem. But Devin Booker.
Fraud.
I think it's bullshit. I've been trying to tell y'all. Everybody's fucking sucking on his toes like he Kobe Bryant.
No-show.
He's not Kobe Bryant. He shoots 80 times a game. He complains about every fucking call. He gets away with crazy calls. It's just unbelievable. And I'm sorry, I never felt like guys who were fucking 14 of 32 with 26 points were really all that great.
Yeah.
Those aren't official numbers, but I guarantee you can find the stat line fucking 40 times this season. Because that's what he does. That's what he does. You know, Kobe needed a big man to balance him out, and maybe they could get that rolling. I still think Phoenix could be a problem. I'm not completely shitting on them. I think Booker and Ayton could take it into the future. But Chris Paul, the writing's on the wall, my man. Like, y'all made it through, but he ain't stupid. He knows that if Kawhi comes back healthy next year, wherever he signs, and if LeBron and AD have that rest, which LeBron ain't had this much rest in years. Let's see. I think he's signing right with the Lakers, and that's going to be the next big 3 next year. Sucks for him, man. I feel bad, but he did kind of play like shit at the beginning of this whole series. He played decent that last game, but that's about it. I'm happy about the outcome, not just because I had Milwaukee, but because I think Giannis deserved this shit. He stepped up to the plate when it was time.
Agreed. Yep.
Nobody could guard him on this team, so I fuck with it, man. Shout out to them. That was a pretty good series too.
Wasn't pretty bad. Good. Everybody was shitting on it at the beginning. Oh, games are gonna start so late. Who's gonna stay up to watch it? They played some entertaining basketball.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think it was good defense, better than I thought it would be.
Right.
And great offense when you know when each team did what they were good at, the execution was there.
True.
But at the end of the day, 2-0, I think they was giving Chris Paul the finals before it even started.
Yeah.
And I just got to say that all the shit talk, James Harden with the, I wish I was 7 feet tall and could just spin and dunk. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? Playing fucking patty cake with little baby?
Oh,
stop
shit.
It. Y'all probably enjoying a steak dinner, same plate. Like, stop it, bro.
Oh.
Stop it. Giannis, champion, legend, 2-time MVP, finals MVP, answered every call. My man was just talking the other day about how LeBron's first final was in 2007. He said, I didn't even play basketball at that time.
Damn, son. Shots.
Okay.
Shots.
I didn't even play basketball at that time. 26 years old now. Started late. Dominating the league. And watch out for him now. Because now, he already proved to you the pressure was off and he meant it. He don't give a fuck when he's up there.
Yep.
Went to the line 19 times, hit 17 of them, bro. Watch out for him now. It's like when LeBron had got that first one in Miami, I said, watch out for him now.
Yeah.
When you could hover that over his head, it's one thing. But now that he's free of that, I could see Giannis getting 2 more before he retires. Easy. Because I'm looking around the league and I can't see nobody who could stop him. I think AD could contend if he could stay healthy. He can't.
Right, exactly.
I think the Nets could contend if Kyrie could stay healthy or Durant or Hart. Like if all 3 of them stayed healthy, they could contend. I don't think they could stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with all these other teams.
That's a show within itself, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking NBA season's over. That's a little sad, but the Mets will give us plenty to be happy and to cry about.
Oh yeah.
Till then, though, I think it's just the same shit.
Different day, kid.
Episode 27, my brother.
You already know, man. Love you, kid.
Love you, kid. See you on the next one, brother.
Peace.